Why was my microphone all the way over there? So whatever, you wasn't even hearing me the whole time I was doing this video. This is what I be talking about. For my daily makeup look, I try to go subtle, even though, I'm a little dramatic person with my makeup anyways. So, I'm looking like a filter right now. I got my headband on and stuff like that. I went to a party yesterday, if you're watching this video. I went to a party, a little beach themed party. It was pretty fun. But today I'm going to be talking to you about being college prepared and what it's like going through the transition of becoming a senior and going into college and worrying about this and worrying about that. So that's something that I want to touch on while I'm doing my makeup and teaching you how to do teaching you how to do my everyday makeup look. This is not an everyday makeup look for people who are subtle. I'm gonna just say that now. So the first thing I always start off with is the brows, good looking brows. So one thing I wanted to talk about college is being prepared is the biggest problem with a lot of people. A lot of people are not. They think that they're prepared and they're really not. Some people don't know what they are going to go into. Some people don't know if they're going to actually go to college. Some people don't know what they're about to do or how they're going to do it either. But the only thing I can say is just map it out and have a plan and write everything out. The more you write things out, the more you can execute it. Some tips I can say is actually putting stuff up on the wall and getting it done. And sometimes I don't even do that, and it's just something that's helpful for me. It may not be helpful for anybody else, but you could always put in your phone what you need to do or how to prepare yourself for college. But all I can say is make sure you get into college readiness programs because they can help you with scholarships, how to write essays and stuff like that. So that part. And you can always start doing scholarships your junior year if you are a junior. A lot of people have been asking me how I feel about going to college and how I feel about graduating and am I happy and and sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I'm really not that excited to graduate this year. Not that how I thought. At first I was like, man, I'm ready to get up out of this school. I'm not ready. I'm just ready to go because everybody's just getting on my nerves. And that's just senioritis talking. At the end of the day, you're going to want to be like, it's going to fall past. And you're just like, dang, where'd my senior year go, But what I'm using on my brows is Elf Dip Brow. I don't use this. I always use Anastasia, but I was being real cheap, y'all. I was like, I'm not gonna pay $20 for that dip brow when I can pay $3 for this and then get some stuff from my dorm when I know I need it. And that's another thing. Make sure you save up your money. And you know how you be like, how some of your parents be on you about saving your money, and you be like, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do with my money, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. But saving is the key because you don't want to be looking dumb when they, like when you want to buy stuff for your dorm or when you need a brand new laptop for college, that's not what you want to do. And then you only got 3 months to get that stuff together, And sometimes not everybody gonna be able to, pay for tuition and let me brighten this up. Not everybody gonna be able to pay for tuition, and you might have to pay for tuition yourself. So that's why I'm saying get that stuff together now so you don't have to worry about it when the time comes or when it's too late. And I know how some people are like, well, you should fill out scholarships so you don't have to pay for this, and you don't want to do student loans because I'm still paying on student loans. And at the end of the day, you might need them student loans to be able to get to school. Student loans don't come until after you're done with school. It doesn't come right away. Pretty sure they wouldn't do that. But just make the right decisions. Don't take out too many loans. If you feel like it's too many loans, don't do it. Don't do it at all, because you don't want to be stuck with too much in there. You want to make sure it's actually doable. And yeah, make sure you saving your money now, because if you don't, you're going to be struck. And always think about the future. Plan for the future. And don't plan for you can always have plans for right now and what you need to do tomorrow and write it out. But, just make sure your shit is right. That's all I'm saying. I know my brow's looking crazy, y'all, but I'm going to fix them up, though. I'm going to fix them up. What else is something that's important? Oh, applying for colleges. Make sure you get it done the beginning of your. If you're a junior, I'm speaking to everybody. But if you're a junior, get your stuff together now. Make sure you know where you actually want to plan. When that first semester hits, it's gonna hit you hard, because there's gonna be a lot of kids who on top of their stuff, and it's a lot of kids who's not on top of their stuff. And you don't want to be surrounding yourself around the kids who's not on top of their stuff, because, man, I know a lot of kids who ain't got their stuff together. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I ain't that far behind. And also, don't get mad at other people who say they're going to take a year off. Like, people who, don't try to convince them that they have to go to college, because they really don't. But don't, at the same time, don't be that person like, I'm finna take a year off just because I don't want to go to school, or I just need a break from school. That's not a legit reason. Like, if you actually have a plan to actually do something, or maybe save up for college for you to actually have money when you go to college, that's a good idea. But if you're just doing it just because you don't want to go to school, how do you sound? Like, that sounds dumb. You should have just graduated early. But I have 2 friends who actually have, one that's taking a year off and one that has graduated early, and they both have plans to actually do something with their lives. They're actually working on themselves now so they can plan for the future. And they are going back to school, and they are actually doing pretty well now. And just don't be that person who just trying to get out of school just because I'm just so tired. And I know that school is not for everybody, because it's really not. But just don't be a lazy bum. Just ask your counselor for help. I can never stress this enough. And make sure you get to know your counselor, because they can hook you up. And if they see that you dedicated to something, they will help you. And they will take the time out to help you. Make sure and when you write essays and stuff like that, and make sure you ask your English teachers, or hire an English teacher or something. Don't ask your parents, because not all of them know what they're doing. So, make sure you asking for help. Don't ask help from peers. Please don't, because you'll get the wrong answer. Oh Lord, I don't even want to talk about that. But just make sure you're getting the help that you need. Because today I was talking to this girl, and she was like, I don't have the access to college readiness programs, and I don't have access to this. And I'm like, girl, you just don't want to do it, because technically we all really don't. Some of us really don't have access to it, but, she was kind of making up a lot of excuses as to why stuff is not going her way. Yes, our stories is very much similar. She's just white, and I'm black. And I'm just like, honey, all you gotta do is go up to your counselor and ask for help, and they will more than willingly help you out. And she was like, well, I'm not as smart as you. And I'm like, huh, what does that have to do with being prepared? You can be smart and not have common sense. So, just make sure you get the help that you need, because sit down, I was talking to this girl, and she was like, you know, I don't have the access to college readiness programs, and I don't have access to this. And I'm like, girl, you just don't want to do it, because technically we all really don't. Some of us really don't have access to it, but, you know, like, she was kind of making up a lot of excuses as to why stuff is not going her way. Yes, our stories is very much similar. She's just white, and I'm black. And I'm just like, honey, all you gotta do is go up to your counselor and ask for help, and they will more than willingly help you out. And she was like, well, I'm not as smart as you. And I'm like, what does that have to do with being prepared? You don't have to be smart and not have common sense. So, I know I'm jumping around with this, but to SIUC, I'm going in as undecided, but I do know that I actually want to study political science. So yeah, and just brow pomade at all. See my brows? I don't like them. So what I'm gonna do is go in with that color right there, so I can, like, blend this out. Yeah, like I was saying, after you get done with the application process, make sure you fill out scholarships and don't be lazy. Just keep pushing. I know people are busy because I'm busy. I have a job and I'm in other programs. Just make sure you're in programs that kind of like force you to do the scholarships, because if you have that backbone is to where, like, oh, I have to do this, or I don't know. If you get into organizations or clubs or something like that kind of make you, do that, then you'll be successful. I promise you, because they don't. So after you get all that situated, you want to look at your financial aid and make sure that, make sure you're able to actually pay it. It's a lot of kids who think that they're going to go to the college that they want to, and they can't pay for it. It's not that they're not smart, they just literally cannot pay for it. And don't be afraid to start at a community college, because there's nothing wrong with starting at a community college. I can't stress enough that it's smarter to go to a community college rather than just hopping into a university and wasting all this money. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with going to a university. Some people actually need to get away from family members. Some people just need to get away to, figure out who they are. But, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with community college. But once you get accepted, make sure you just look at how much everything costs, how you're going to pay for it. Don't stress about it, but make sure you are, it's able for you to pay for it. You just don't want to go to school and be embarrassed and have to leave because you can't afford it, and then now you really are in debt, And then after that, you check that out. That's when you start going to. You want to go to open house. You always, before all that, you want to actually visit the campus. Make sure that's the school for you. Make sure that you feel like the faculty and that school is gonna support you. And y'all see my face demons right here? Yeah, piece of shit, huh? But make sure it's a good support system at the school too. You want to make sure that they are doing their job. Always get involved too. Like, make sure that you meeting people that you need to be meeting. You don't want to be just going up in there and not know who your dean is and not know who people are. And some people will hook you up, because I already got hooked up. And make it sure you can talk, speak for yourself too. Because if you can't, that's another hard thing. I know a lot of kids who don't know how to speak up too. And that's how you get stuff too, if you speak up about it. But now I'm just putting on my foundation. And after that, go to your visits, and then they're gonna be like, okay, come to the open house and or orientation. You want to go to that, that's when you sign up for your classes and everything. That's the fun part. I love our orientation. Was a little dysfunctional, but it was fun because I got to meet new people, got new Snapchats, and just be open. Don't be extra shy for no reason, because everybody is feeling uncomfortable. You're not the only person who's feeling uncomfortable there. So, meet new people and always make yourself, don't make yourself seem like you can't be talked to or you just a weird ass motherfucker on top of that. So, just be open. That's all I can say. And another thing, make sure you sign up for the right classes. Don't have nobody screwing you over either. Speak up. Hey, I can't take that class because of this and this, So, and once all that's done, you got your classes signed up. You know, life seems good, and it looked like I'm putting on powder. I forgot the name of this powder, but it's like the really, really cheap powder that like it's not cheap powder like you can't put on your face type powder, but it's like, you know, that good powder for cheap. So I put that all over my face to, you know, because this look oily. This is looking oily, honey. So after you get all that done, that's not even the end of it, honey, because you got to make sure that Bursar bill get paid. You got to make sure, you know, you lining stuff up. You're planning stuff out to get stuff done, and you don't want to do it too late at all. You want to be on time. You want to I can't stress enough I have to write stuff out or put it in my phone to do, or, you know, however you get your stuff done, that's how you should do, you know, how you make sure you well-rounded and organized. That is the most exciting. Oh my God, like, I have been, like, watching dorm halls and dorm tours, and, like, I just been going crazy watching these videos. Like, I need to get that. Look at that bed set. Save your money and do deals. Don't just be impulse buying either. Because I felt like I was doing that to myself. I was picking up stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Learn how to budget and learn how to have self-control and self-discipline. Because the more you do that, the more you save money, and the more money you have, and the more stuff you can actually get the stuff that you want, you know. I'm using a dark color. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of doing like a cut crease, but not in a small way. In a way. I don't know what I'm doing here, but you know, make sure you're taking the right steps. And my microphone been moving this whole time. I'm sorry, y'all. My clip broke. But I want y'all to live good out here. You know, taking my eyeliner, putting, you know, I use Maybelline Eye Studio. It's about like $7 at Walmart, but $10 at Walgreens. Don't buy your makeup from Walgreens. Yeah. What I was saying was, dorms are just so, like, make sure you taking the right amount of stuff. Hey, I'm just saying this from what other people saying. They saying don't take too much, don't take too little, just take enough. And it was like, just make sure you're taking the right amount of stuff there, and you don't want to overdo it, but you don't want to underdo it. Like, I seen this one girl on her dorm wall. She was like, I'm only bringing 3 body washes. I'm like, for a semester? I'm like, no, I'm bringing a whole bucket of soap. Plus, I don't use body wash. My skin doesn't take body wash well. Well, the one that I had tried out, so I was obviously allergic to it, so I just stopped using body wash in general. And I only use Dove, so, because I have sensitive skin, I break out easily. But, it's so fun watching those. If you can start watching those now, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy, like, seeing what other people get. You know, you don't have to necessarily match with anybody, you know, and get to know your roommate. One of my friends already met her roommate, and I'm like, dang, am I an L? Because I don't even have a roommate. I haven't. And they was like, well, you need to reach out to him. And I'm like, dang, I don't even got enough time to do all that and be messaging people back, you know. Don't think like that. Think positive. You know, get stuff done. Also, what I wanted to share with you guys is that I want to do my own dorm hall video, and I just need y'all to comment and say do a dorm hall video so I can do it. I'm taking my stick and I'm going through it. I might do my eyelashes on camera. I don't know. I might not. And this is just one of my first informational videos about preparing your life for college. you know, because I've only been going through what I've been going through, and I'm kind of going off of what some other people saying, but I don't always trust what other people say. I would trust reliable people, believe me. I wouldn't lie to you, but you know, make sure you blend this out, because I'm tired of girls having whole marks. Yeah. Y'all, this is a sloppy mess. Like, my makeup be more flawless than this. I was talking the whole time. That's why it's kind of looking like, you know, kind of bad. Let me put on my glasses, because sometimes I can't even see. I just cannot see. Look at them brows. Terrible. Who does brows like that? This is how I do my brows when I can't see. I be like, I look so cute. My eyes be deceiving me. And I need to cut back on this concealer, because it's getting to the point where it's just too much. Just too fucking much. They're like, oh my god, you a different shade. No, honey, it's the lighting. I'm telling you. It's the lighting. But you know what? Lighting matters, though. Lighting matters. Because you don't want that flash and then you looking like a dummy. So, okay, so I'm gonna put these lashes on, give y'all my final thoughts, and yeah. I put my lashes on and my phone had died, so I forgot what I was talking about. I know I was talking about dorms and stuff, but I'm just proud to say that I am glad to actually start doing shopping. Since I work at Macy's, life is so much easier and I can make Macy's money, so I can actually buy my stuff for my dorm for the low. I found a mattress pad that was $169 and I priced it $13. Look who's saving money and look who's prepared for that. Amen. And I know I kind of got my eyelashes halfway on, so y'all, I didn't really want to do this video. First of all, it is super late, but I have to do it for you guys because I want to talk to you about college and stuff like that. So, yeah. I just printed a brown lip on this. And it is really sexy having the pimple right below my lip and right up under it. So FML. Yeah, so I'm just taking a nude pink and just blending that in there. I already have chapstick on. Everyday don't judge. Ooh. Now I really look like a filter. But congrats to me. I'm about to graduate. Not really excited, but I am. I got my graduation cards done. And got my graduation cards done, y'all. And I didn't even put the date on. So now I have to do something extra ghetto and slip in a little slip that says the day. Also, I'm prepared, but I'm not prepared for college. You know, I'm just trying to get my life together and learn how to. I'm teaching myself self-discipline and I'm praying on it. So it's a lot. It's a learning process. Even though I'm just growing as I go. So I just want to give you some advice. I'm going to keep giving you guys advice. And I'm taking it day by day. And I just wanted to show you guys my experience. And I want to do a dorm haul. And I want to do a dorm tour. And I do want to do a vlog that day I move in. So hopefully you guys get to tune in. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I love you guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye.